Sponsored by degenerates like you. What's happening, people? You're tuning in to Comedy by Coincidence. This is episode 121. We up in... Happy New Year! What's happening, everybody?
Did we say that 2 weeks in a row?
Did we say that? Did we celebrated New Year's Eve last week, but it is officially 2024.
Yes, it is. With all of its impending glory.
And it's your boy, Chris Hippie Davis, coming to you live with my friend, favorite comedian.
What's up? I'm Ty.
And for
Young.
a change of pace, we've got comedy
Just
news
around.
vlogs, so that'll be fun.
Right? As always, we got our producer extraordinaire here, Dr. Evil, on the sound bits,
Hell yeah.
making us look good, dotting our I's, crossing our T's, doing the legalities.
Crossing our eyes.
It's just a wonderful day to be alive. Am I right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The sun came out today.
Must be nice.
It's beautiful, dude. We actually got snow here 2 days ago for the first time this season, and we were supposed to get 0.5 inches. We got 2.5 inches. But what's nice is it snowed the night before the show, and then by the time the show rolled around, it had all melted. So, like, the roads were clear. There was zero excuses. Even warmed up enough to be hanging outside. Like,
Nice.
there was a nice patio and shit.
And then it waited to snow again until we all left.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And we were the last ones to leave the show, help everybody load out, be good, make a good impression, all that stuff. And literally we hit the highway and it starts really fucking coming down. I was like, oh, there it goes. I break the nice boy clock today. Anyways.
You know what? New year, fuck the clock.
Fuck the clock. We actually got some pretty decent views on the poop toilet episode, guys. I don't want to lie. That kind of made my week a little bit.
Numbers, huh? Toilet.
Happy New Year from the poop toilet, dude.
From the poop shop.
This is the kind of stuff we need to bring to the audience more often.
Highbrow
Highbrow
viewing.
shit.
High unibrow? High unibrow shit, I feel like.
High
I'm
unibrow
reaching. I'm
is
reaching.
the 2024 aesthetic. I think that encapsulates the energy we need to be taking with us.
Yeah, let's get away from Matt Rifen comedy. Bring back the unibrow. Let's go.
Let's just all be ugly motherfuckers in 2024. No offense to unibrows, but I would look bad.
Tyson, where are you at right now, my friend?
I'm in the land of wine, Bordeaux, France. Yeah. Except I'm not drinking this month. I haven't had a drop of alcohol for about 3 weeks now.
Good job.
So,
Are you still on the all meat diet?
I am. I woke up with energy today. It was weird.
You seem
I'm
like
not
it,
a morning
actually.
guy.
What time is it over there, by the way?
5:11.
This only matters to us. I mean, this shit's gonna bore the. It's 5:11 p.m. over there.
Yeah,
That's cool. It is 10:11 a.m. over here. So we just had a fucking phenomenal show. It was the first time we ever played at the Heavy Anchor in St. Louis, South St.
Excellent
Louis.
new venue.
Bro, and you know, when you go to a new venue and you haven't scoped it out, it's a decent ways away from my house. So it's like, I haven't been there before, and I'm not going out there as a separate, just scope it out, see the thing, you know. You hope load-in's good. You hope there's a place to park and a place to load in. You hope that the venue's nice and big enough and there's a stage. Sometimes you get there isn't even a stage, and you're playing in a carport kind of thing. You know, it was a very nice big stage. Had their own separate like room for the venue. And then it felt like there was a green room, but the green room was kind of just a loading area where the public bathrooms were, and also led out to the smokers' patio. But because it was backstage, I feel like most people were like, unless somebody told them they could go back there, most people weren't going. It did feel private. It felt like it was just all the bands and then anybody I wanted to hang out with. And it was a fun vibe, dude, honestly.
Nice.
And I want to shout out the bands we played with because, man, these guys are like lifelong friends. We played like multiple shows with both bands, and we hope to play many, many more shows with them because they're just the funnest people and the most talented musicians and some of the best STL rock and rollers we could ever hope to play with, you know? Shout out to the Winks, which is my drummer Alex Ward's other band.
Can you spell it, please?
Just like the action.
Like you're winking at somebody. The Winks. W-I-N-K-S. You got it.
Okay. Just I had to make sure the spelling was
right.
Because
right. It does sound like something else, but no, they are tremendous. If you like classic Green Day kind of punk style, like
it's like if Green Day and Red Flag or Black Flag headbutted each other.
Yeah, they're fucking phenomenal, but they also punk kind of stays away from shredding and solos and stuff, and they're just phenomenal, bro. Like Dylan shreds, any other guitarist they have in their shreds, their bassist is phenomenal. Obviously, our drummer Alex like kills it for them. So, check out the Winks. And then my other favorite St. Louis band right now is Dr. Fong and the Long Brothers, and they played second for us last night. Again, that's Dr. Fong and the Long Brothers. And they rock, dude. They're kind of more along our lines of like classic rock sounding, a little bit of country rock in there too, but all very upbeat and very danceable. And both of these bands just have so much stage presence and like, just can command an audience, dude. They're going third. Your boy was working hard, bro. That's nice. When I say it was a hard show. It was a hard show because I was following some fucking truly tremendous acts. If you haven't heard of these bands, guys, I really recommend you go listen to them. And both of them have music out there now. My favorite Winks song right now is Green Eyes, which they just released. It's their latest single. And then Dr. Fong and the Long Brothers, my favorite song by them is a song about their dog Beans. Okay, which is truly a bop, dude. Like, honestly. Okay, so, and that one is out, so go check that out. Dr. Fong and the Long Brothers.
What's the progression of this Beans song? Is it the dog Beans losing his beans?
I think you're gonna have to go look it up. It is an upbeat song though, so it's not a sad dog song. Okay, nobody. It's no Marley and Me. It's no Marley and Me song, guys. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
His dog Beans invested in Beano and struck it rich.
Bean coin.
So, you know they got cornbread? What if there was bean bread?
Go on.
I bet it tastes like shit.
I think there is. You just have to go to certain countries, man.
Okay, so in your mind's eye, are the beans pureed or are they whole?
They're whole.
Okay.
And like
pinto, black bean, kidney bean.
Remember when there was that beans meme going around? Like,
yeah.
The what kind of beans are those?
I think they were chili beans.
I feel like, yeah, but there's a special kind of the sweet
I feel
brown
like those
beans.
are either kidney beans or pinto beans, depending.
There's a fucking name for them. Do you know what I'm talking about here? You're the kind of like male trash who would be eating this.
Are you?
I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about like red bean paste?
I think I'm talking about pork and beans.
Pork and beans? Nah, dude.
That sweet brown sauce beans. Yeah, no, I can't eat it
brown
anymore.
Sugar glaze, but
Right.
I don't know what bean specifically is in.
Yeah. No, that's going to be a kidney bean. I'm not. You're probably on your shit. It's either a pinto or a kidney or something like that. Small, brownish, but then they call the like it prepped that way a certain name, and I'm losing. Like I'm getting the closest with pork and beans, but without the pork in there.
I'd rather make my own pork and beans.
I don't even know where the fuck I'm going with this. There was a meme where they put that like shitty brown sugar beans in everything. Say Crocs, your iPhone. Just like got my iPhone in beans. Got my, give you the coolest, fanciest shirt, SM7B or whatever, and be like, got my 7B, and it's covered in beans. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They were. That was happening a while back. So I'm just picturing bread covered in pork and beans.
Like Bush's baked beans.
Yeah, there you go. Bush's,
Are you sure
baby.
you're not English?
Bush's is a brand. Bush's is not a style.
I know, big time. I'm thinking that's exactly the like can I'm thinking of, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I don't know where this is coming from, guys. It's fucking early for me, dude. We played a hell of a set. We played more songs than we meant to. People were asking for. There were way more people than we expected there. There were like 42 in the first band, like in the audience. There was 60-something in the second band. And then your boy fucked off in between sets, and we kind of lost a little bit of people. But we still had like 35 people in the audience in our set, which is, for a late show and for going on last, you normally expect everybody to fucking leave and have just your people left,
Well,
you know?
and half of them are better were people who stuck around to give us a shot, which was awesome.
That's what I'm saying. When I looked out there might not have been as many people, but we only brought maybe 5 people. It's hard for us to get our county friends out to the city shows. So we always kind of use them as like exposure and find some new fans and be cool. I don't know if I can say this on the podcast, but I'm going to say it anyways. Your boy... This is...
Just call them by a different name.
Okay. Your boy...
Friendship Flowers, we'll call them.
Your boy rolled up 10 friendship treaties, fanship treaties before the show. Some nice ones, you know? Some
Short ones.
some home-rolled friendship treaties that were all homegrown and, really low on the friendship treaty THC. So they weren't going to harm nobody. And I figured, I'm going to give them out to fans or friends that I know can handle a joint, a friendship treaty, and, maybe encourage some new fans to stick around for our set. You know what I mean? And I got to be real with you, Tyson. I got rid of all 10 of those bitches. All 10 of those friendship treaties, bro. It was a good little show.
Nice. It's pretty easy to get rid of free bracelets. It's pretty easy to get rid of
Friendship,
those,
friendship treaties, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I might do that more in the future.
Nice.
I gave a friendship treaty to my sound guy.
And that I imagine you made a friend for life that night doing that.
I think he won't mind doing our show again if we come back there. That's all I'm saying. So, how are you, man? You get any comedy in this week? Are you writing? Are you stuck? Are you working a shit ton? What's going on with you, bud?
I'm let's put it this way. In the past 2 weeks, I've worked. I'm gonna end up working about 160 hours.
Oh my God.
So my waking hours have been work, figure out how to eat food, and then go to sleep. You know, they're not much time to think about anything.
Whoo! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I am just, I'm at work talking to people all the time, so I am just messing around making jokes there. So it feels like bullshit progress, but it still feels like progress.
I'm fucking glad you got some hours behind you. When you come back, you're going to be rolling in dough and just have the ability to take some time for you and go hit some mics and, travel. You'll have that, what do they call that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Flux cash or whatever, so.
Yeah, well, and again, to your point, some of the best gauges of your material are people who weren't expected to be subjected to it.
Yeah.
Also, you don't get material by not living. And, working your ass to the bone is one form of living, dude. You get plenty of stories from that. Oh, you get plenty of stories from work, too. It's just a matter of finding ways to keep yourself from getting litigated. Am I right, Dr. Evil?
I mean, yeah.
Just give me a look at that. Awesome.
The litigation side is it's going to be less of a threat here soon, but it's well, I mean,
you're never free from litigation. It's an ever-present threat.
Fair.
At least we aren't. Maybe where you currently are, you might be a little more free from it, but...
Well, he's in France, right? But by the way, how's France? Okay, I know you've been working a lot, but you get to see anything over there?
Yeah, man. I got 1 day off in the city. Well, half a day off. And then I walked along, saw the world's largest reflecting pool, where they, create a little pond that's supposed to be still, so that way it reflects the sky on the water. Except it's gray and gross outside here always, all winter long. So I'm just looking at it like, what's the fucking point? And then let me see here. I walked around there's a hot sauce. I can't fucking
Straight
speak.
up. I thought
there's
it
a
was
hot
about to say
sauce
hot
shop
shots, and I was
here.
like, oh my God.
Oh my God, a bastion of hope.
Sorry, go on. A hot sauce here?
Yep. Hot sauce shop where you can get all the hot sauces. I got some fancy stuff. I got truffle hot sauce.
Oh.
I know. So I can't wait to try that out. It'll be fantastic. And then after that, it's just getting approached by fellow homeless-looking people and, just being asked for a cigarette every 20 steps. It's weird. It's abnormal. And everything, but mind you, I've been walking around France, and every day I go out, my day off, I'm wearing a Buc-ee's hoodie because disciples got to represent, right?
Represent, yeah,
exactly. And so far, in every city I've been to in France, the next city might break it, but every city I've been to in France, it's turned into a game called Find the Americans, right? Because I just walk around and then I just hear somebody scream from across the street, Buc-ee's, and I'm like, "Yep, found him. All right, let's go.
All right, go talk to them."
Oh yeah, it's oh, you guys are here for vacation? How nice! And then I'll explain why they're here, and they're like, "That's wonderful," and I'm like, "Is it though?"
That shirt probably smells like shit. You probably worn it every day over there. Just trying to find solidarity.
I do laundry. Like, I'm one of these fancy homeless looking folk, all right? The skin's clean, I'm clean, the clothes are clean, they just have holes in them. They're not hemmed. They're definitely not my size. They're all sorts of mismatched. It's
how it is.
I would honestly look better if I just took some tarp and used it as a dress, because at least it's one solid color and it makes sense together.
I'm the same way. I have a hard time color coordinating, so it's all right. That's us. That's just part of us, you know. It's
Like
all
when you
good.
hit a wrong note and you're playing and you go jazz.
Jazz,
It's
yeah.
This is abstract.
I want to get back to this real quick because you were going, and I had a thought about you being in France and what you were just telling us about. So you say you get approached every 20 steps for a cigarette, mind you.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So they're on the smokes hard.
Yeah. If they smoke, like, there is, as every other country, an anti-smoking movement in France or whatever, but like France is one of the last places I think that will give up smoking cigarettes. It's kind of like, as a child, you're supposed to sneaking cigarettes as a child is like a rite of passage, you know. Just like getting a bottle of wine or whatever.
Sneaking cigarettes, they're like, oh, Johnny's a man now.
Exactly.
Damn it.
You know.
Have it.
So,
here's a pack, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, it's like every venue I work at in France, you know, once the show arrives, you know, and all the everybody who cares about their health and all that arrives, it's a non-smoking building. But before that and after that, the second I kick them out of the door, it's a smoking building. And I have no say in that. That's not my rules. That's just what everybody else is doing.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That is crazy.
Every like, if you put up a no cigarette signal on France, with few exceptions of like trains or like some place where you're isolated and the smoke can't escape.
Yeah.
That area, it doesn't matter how many signs or smoke detectors you put there. That area is a smoking area in France. You know, like you could be standing like in America, if you were standing in a playground smoking a cigarette, every single mother would come over and judo chop you to death, right?
Right.
If you do that in France, they give you an award. You know, it's a little weird.
They are very odd about their smoking over there. Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, let's get off. We do not condone smoking. Get off the smokes, people.
Why do people not want to talk about cigarettes?
Right. Well, we're already like an 18+ podcast anyways. Like, whatever, guys. Like, fucking...
Yeah. But, like, it's
fucking hair on your chest or whatever.
They're, like, everybody will talk about, okay, yeah, I smoke weed. Like, well, as long as the conditions allow or whatever, they'll admit they smoke weed or they do this, they do that. But particularly in America, when it comes to cigarettes, people are like, no, I don't do that. I don't. And you could smell it on them. Like, you could smell their breath. You literally saw them flick the butt on the ground, you know?
Yeah, that's totally me, bro. I'm the guy in a public setting, like when it's a professional setting, oh, big time. I might smell a little bit of it because there's no getting rid of it, you know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah.
Oh, not me. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, big time, bro. It's just, I think the deal is, with the anti-smoking shit getting so fucking crazy, and then the left and right being as crazy fucking extreme as they are, and how riled up people are. Fuck, we're going into an election year. It's going to get bad, dude.
It's going to get fun. Let's be honest. Donnie T has kicked it off in a fun way. Like, let's not be shy about this, okay? And I'm not a fan of any of them. Of any of them. Like, I'm just saying, not a fan of any of them. But Donnie T has brought it to a new level, okay? He's effectively gotten every branch of government involved in this election one way or another, and they're not supposed to be.
So
like that. I don't know how much you guys remember of your history classes, but elections are like supposed to be separate from everything else, like the
legislative,
legislative sets up the rules, judicial, and make sure the rules are still fair, and then the executive, executes that shit. They like just make sure it happens, right? That's what's supposed to happen, and yet Donnie T has swept them all and got them all puzzled about what the fuck's going on. Bravo. You got to admit it. Bravo.
I mean, at least C-SPAN isn't the worst thing to watch anymore. I don't know.
Well, and if we get back to that point in time where people are getting, hit with staffs and stuff like that,
get exponentially.
It might be fight night.
More. Let's get off the political shit, guys. I Ty is on a little bit of a time crunch because again he's worked 160 hours. He's got to go work 10 more or whatever the fuck. So we got him for just a brief period.
You better stop. You better knock on some motherfucking wood. 10 hours. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to get out of there. 5. All right.
5. Okay, good. 5 hours.
I'm serious. You find yourself a piece of wood and fucking knock on it.
I have it right here. It is right here, dude.
Excellent. Good.
I immediately would. I don't want to do you like that. Fuck that, dude. They tried to make me come in on show day, bro. They were trying to get me to come in and work 5 hours yesterday. I was like, Jesus, I have a show and obligations and rehearsal and no, man.
Nah, dude.
So,
you gotta say no.
No, I've learned. I'm big time. And I made money last night. We actually, we had a really good turnout, like I said. The minimum amount for us to get paid was we had to bring in, 10 people. And we brought I was trying to do the math on this. So 10 people would be 100. And 600 would be 60. And they kept 20%. So there were at least 80 people who came.
Nice.
By my numbers.
Well, and I mean, give yourself a little more credit. We brought a few more than 5 people out, start to finish. It just felt small. But
No. You know what? We had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you serious?
It just went off.
Oh my god.
That's
the Sound
so
Bits
rude.
computer turned itself off.
And it was
That's
only
whack.
off for I watched it shut off. It has never done me that dirty.
That's bro. I'm sad for you.
Wait.
That sucks.
Is it like, did you just watch it take its last breath?
No.
No.
It'll
It does
black
a thing
screen.
where it decides to go to sleep and not wake up on us until I hard reset it. So
It's
I
dumb.
had to hard reset it.
Are you sure you're not feeding that thing Ambien? Open up your computer, man.
Ty, this is
It does
this is a later
sleepwalk.
discussion. This is a discussion for later.
Look, I know we're on a time crunch, and here's the deal.
The legal implications will not let us
We
talk
got some
about
time.
this
We
on
got
the
some time.
We got
Show
some-
ended an hour and a half ago. We got an hour and a half. We're good. We're good.
I want to talk about comedy news.
Comedy news. Let's go.
Have you seen the Cat Williams interview?
The Cat Williams interview where he decides to say Joe Rogan don't want him on his show.
Was that
Is
the
that
Club
interview
Shay
you're
Shay
talking
one?
about?
Yeah, that was part of the 2 hour and 45-minute long.
I'm gonna be
interview
real,
that
I
Cat
watched
Williams did with Shannon Sharpe.
2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm gonna finish it, but I did not catch everything in there. Your boy took breaks. Your boy walked out of the room. Your boy was doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I might have missed that little bit, but there was so much craziness in that. And I gotta say, just Cat Williams, the man. Okay, one of the first specials I ever saw was his Green Suit special.
Ooh, good one.
Right, and I just remember being really young and him talking about pimps and cussing, and I think I watched it with my mom too. Shout out to Terry because she had just great fucking taste in comedy. And even as a young man, like 8 to 12, she let me watch comedy stuff. And I for sure remember her being like, oh, my favorite comedy special was, hers was Delirious.
Oh.
It was Eddie Murphy. I was like, really?
Nice.
That was one of my.
A lot of people stop. Yeah.
And then she let me watch the Green Suit Cat Williams special on Comedy Central when it was on. Watched it with me. She was laughing the whole time, bro. Still makes me laugh to this day. My mom is a very proper professional. Was an English teacher. Good Catholic lady. You know what I mean? And just her taste in comedy sometimes surprises me. So, shout out to my mom. But Cat Williams interview. Do you have any thoughts?
I only know that one little bit about it.
There's so many clips if you don't want to watch the whole thing, because it is very clippable, bro.
Okay.
And honestly, it was pretty engaging. I usually don't stay dialed into something for that long, but
I also got to shout out Shannon Sharp because, okay, I had never heard of the guy. I'm not a big football guy, you know what I mean? And this is a former footballer trying to have his own podcast and do the interview thing too. He did a damn good job of it, and I feel like most any other interviewer, even Joe Rogan, if someone had come on their platform and said half the crazy shit that and accused former guests of his podcasts of the shit that he was accusing them of, I'd kick him out. You know, I'd have things to say or like get riled up myself. Shannon Sharp was a G, dude. He was fun to watch, and he was also like very understanding and personable with Cat to the point that Cat could like roll and let all that shit out, dude. It was fun. It's a good watch if you haven't seen it. I thoroughly recommend you guys check it out. That's Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. Okay.
Now, is Club Shay Shay a website or is that a YouTube?
That's
channel?
his YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Excellent. Alrighty. Now, another question for you: have you seen the new Dave Chappelle special?
I have not. I've heard.
Nah, they talked about it very briefly, but
I've heard some things, but I have not seen it yet.
It's good. Dave Chappelle's always good. It's just it's kind of a weird half and half, if that makes sense. Because he says so even in the special, he says it himself. Because it's like first half, a lot of jokes, fantastic. Second half, a little bit of story time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like a good story time.
Yeah,
you know.
And he acknowledges, and it's fun. It's a nice next step. You know.
I feel like the only headlines I saw about it were just criticizing him for doing another special and having more trans shit in there, and
well, he said it in his first special. He can't stop writing about him. Like, he's backing up his words. What do you want him to do?
That's what I'm saying. But why the focusing on it, right? You know what I mean? Why is that the forefront of his thoughts all the time?
Well, because trans is the next. That's the protected class, trending protected class right now. You know what I mean? You know,
our producer might is giving me some looks. We might need to. Let's not. I'm not saying it. It's just socially. Like socially, right now, you like right after World War II, because of what happened to the Jews. The Jews were like they're protected. Like okay, you gotta coddle them a little bit. Their feelings were hurt, right? That's right where the trans. Am I being too serious? Like I feel like maybe just a hair. Maybe we need to get off.
You guys are like taking me seriously right now.
This is a comedy podcast, guys. Here's the deal.
I was just about to say toddlers were a protected class. Like
toddlers are.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. Hey. Holy shit. I just want to say I love everybody. You know what I mean?
I love everybody too.
I got some of the best male friends, female friends, they friends. I have one friend that identifies as a fox. You know what I'm saying? And they're pretty they can roll a friendship treaty. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I have zero like don't.
There's zero animosity in our comedy. We love this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's.
How did we get here? This is all Dave Chappelle's fault. Honestly, you know what I mean?
No, it's not. You can't blame the man for being the GOAT. Okay. You can blame me for failing to get to the point in the joke quickly. That's where it fell apart.
Okay. No, I mean, give it another 2 years in comedy, bro. You're going to be nailing these stories left and right, okay? The goal is just don't give up, right? I'm going to be real with you,
Never.
Ty. You want to be?
Kanye's
Can I be real with
right.
you? This isn't comedy news, but this is just elaborating more on that show last night, real quick. your boy could play better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was not my best show. We talk sometimes. You tell me you bombed here or there every once in a while. Sometimes you tell me you killed it. But when you have a bad one, you're honest about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could have done a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I think part of it was maybe the amount of friendship joints I had imbibed in. Okay? Maybe part of it was the nerves from having two tremendous two tremendous bands play before me, you know what I mean? Or maybe playing to a room with less people. And just little shit, you know, fucking up a chord here or there, you know, forgetting the lyrics. To your own fucking songs, though, you know what I mean? That's kind of fucking embarrassing. Nobody really knows except the people who've been there before, though. Starting to get to a point where our fans can be like, hey, that was a new verse. I've never heard that verse before. What's that one? So
then, like, how do you
get better? You ramp. Okay, if you just bombed, what do? You either go one or two ways. You tell yourself, man, I do not want to do that. I got to give myself 4 days off at least. And you're hesitant to hit the stage again, right? Or B, you're use it as a motivator, be like, damn, I got to get back up there and do better. You know what I mean? ASAP. I'm not going to lose this bug unless I get up there and do it again. I'll go tonight, you know. So I think
B.
I drift more towards that B.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's real bad.
I have hit A before. A sucks. A's the fucking worst.
Well, because you want to still be up there, but now you're scared of up there.
Oh, big time.
You know, so it's you know, you fall off the ladder. Like any construction guy I've ever met will tell you, if you ever fall off a ladder, you know, as long as you're not hurt and you don't have to go to a hospital, the first thing you do is get back up the ladder, because otherwise you won't. You know?
Yeah. I understand that, especially doing Christmas lights. I totally see that. As long as you're not hurt, though, make sure you get up, walk around first to make sure you're not hurt, but then get on the ladder, okay? You don't want to get halfway up and realize your leg's broke.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
No, it was a good show. God damn, everybody's so nice that it's hard for me to gauge how it really went, because at the end everybody's like, bro, that was the best one I've seen you play yet. I'm like, oh, I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but see, I don't know if you do this, but I always there's two sides of it. You know, I take whatever people say and I'm like, yeah, it was great. You know, lie or, you know, convolute the fans' opinion so that way they still have a good time. They still think it's a good show, but in the back of your head you have that little hedgehog devil that's just like,
you know, I missed that, and that, and shit, this and that. Yeah, so I nitpick myself to death on that, but I also think part of it was just using a guitar I don't normally use.
Why?
Why did I do that? Because I haven't in a while, and one of my best friends said I should.
Yeah, don't listen to that, friend.
I know, man. It doesn't stay in tune, bro. I need to put fucking better tuners on this bitch. I know. This motherfucker.
Why are you switching your tool, man? That don't make...
Here's the real deal, is that the Les Paul, my main one, is just so fucking expensive. I don't bring it to every show, and the ones I do, I gotta A, trust the venue, and then B, trust the other bands, which I had one of those two. The other bands I played with last night were great, but it was the first time we were going to that Heavy Anchor. Had never been there, hadn't scoped it out. So I'm bringing some of the cheaper guitars. And, I mean, the SG is tried and true. I had to bring it, too. We're getting off subject here. I'm sorry, gang, but anyways, just wanted, you know, hey, when you have a bad night, you tell me about it and we rap about it. You know, I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I want to be honest with you and say, shit, I'm not perfect. I have a bad day. I have a bad fucking show.
No. I get it. I'm just like wondering, like, your why you chose to take the Les instead of the rehearsal guitar. You know what I mean? Like,
Or no, I left
Like,
the Les Paul, which I had been rehearsing on and pretty much not putting down,
okay.
and brought my
Gotcha.
first Gibson, my SG. Here's the deal: they both look sexy as fuck, and the SG is just a little bit more different. And his thought was, A, you've done so much customizing for it that it just looks cool. You know, it's going to stand out more than anybody else's. And then B, every other band that's there is going to have a Les Paul on stage. Bring not a Les Paul. You know, bring something that's going to make you stand out. And I was like, okay. And he's like, and that guitar is so fucking good. And it is. It just it slips out a little bit. I need to put new tuners on it. It's got vintage Gibson tuners. Vintage. They're like fucking remodel vintage, and that's why they suck. Like, the remakes don't hold tune worth of shit. So, anyways. We lost everybody. I'm so sorry, guys. This was supposed to be comedy news, and this is not funny at all. Do we have any other comedy news, gang? Anybody? Comedy news. Comedy news. Comedy news.
There was something funny. No. There was a funny headline a couple days ago. I just can't.
I've just been finding it funny to watch every single person that Cat Williams name dropped in the Shannon Sharp interview say something over the last 2 days. Like, every headline I read is such and such responds
to Cat Williams' interview. I guess, hold on, gang. I guess Taylor Tomlinson, are you guys familiar with her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty decent comedian. One of the youngest female comedians to start. And she started when she was 16 and been kind of going crazy. Let me see here. I'm reading this CBS News article. Meet Taylor Tomlinson, late night comedy's newest host. I'm trying to figure out, is she hosting a new show? That's pretty cool. Late night? Tomlinson as the host of the new late night show premiering next week, the one that has yet to start taping, a show that will follow none other than Stephen Colbert on CBS, still figuring things out. She's still figuring shit out. I wish that's how they would talk to these articles.
My condolences. Oh man. Oh, the death of a good career. Damn. Why? That's
definitely going to have. I think she's releasing a Netflix special. To next month, but
it might be her last good one.
Do a better job of fucking telling us what the show is and what your special is, because it's just there's no titles on either of these things. Come on now. Okay, CBS, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying?
They don't pay editors anymore. That's AI.
I guess Joe Coy is hosting the 2024 Golden Globes. I mean, good for Joe Coy. I bet
okay. Yeah.
Cat Williams revives beef with Cedric the Entertainer over alleged stolen joke. That was a big part of the interview. Let's see. He was talking about the fucking Illuminati and Ludacris and shit.
Yeah, that was actually the first one that I saw respond, because everybody was laughing, because he's like, really? Cedric the Entertainer got dressed down for 30 minutes of that interview, and Ludacris intervened over the 2-line quip.
I'm not. Sorry, I should not do that. I should not.
Now that's just mean.
I'm gonna have to listen. I really liked Ludacris's music. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like me listening to R. Kelly. I can't listen to it the same anymore. It's a little different, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Well, Illuminati, R. Kelly, might be. You know what I mean?
Okay, now I can't listen to this interview because I just don't want to know. Like, if you had the choice of knowing about R. Kelly or not knowing about R. Kelly and still being able to listen to his music, what would you choose?
knowing about R. Kelly for sure, because that interview, I can appreciate a really whacked out celebrity interview. Okay. The James Brown interview in the 80s, right after he assaulted his wife, tremendous. Okay?
I love that one.
That's probably number one. You know, living in America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Why is that, ladies? Why is that, ladies? Why is that, ladies? Because I look good. I feel good. I smell good. And make love good. Oh. Okay. The other, like, number 2 favorite celebrity whacked interview is definitely
R. Kelly's last stand.
R. Kelly's last, like, stand interview with, what's her name? Wanda, or not?
Oh, no, it's not Wanda Sykes.
No, I'm sorry.
It's, I'd have to look it up. Give me a second. I'll get you a name. Keep going.
Oprah's partner.
No, I don't.
No, I'm saying, sorry.
Christopher, hold on.
Putting whole names in there.
Wanda Sykes?
No, hold on. Kelly.
I know.
Holy shit.
What the heck? It is giving me no leniency today.
Just turn it off.
You might have been right.
No more sound.
It is Gail King.
Gail King. Yeah. Is
I think so.
anyways, I'm on it. Woo! On it. On one, bro. Vibing. Yeah, straight up, my train of thought is gone. What's going on, gang? What were we talking about? Oh, second celebrity interview. The R. Kelly, Gail King interview is fucking whack, bro. Ty, have you ever seen that?
No, I have not.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. It's too long for us to play on this episode, but you check that out. This Cat Williams one is coming up number 3, right after that one. So if you haven't watched it, go check it out.
I'll be back, man.
All right, bye. He's having a bathroom emergency. I've seen this before.
Know the signs.
Know the signs. I'm gonna pause this.
No, let's let it ride.
Let's let it ride. No, I mean, here's the deal, guys. Me and Ty are gonna go poop together. Be right back. All right, we're back from our solidarity poop. We did it. We're better. Ty is back to being funny man.
Yeah. No, that was almost an avalanche wiping out a village. You know what I mean? That was not good.
I would have to name the episode Ty Poops Himself. You know.
It would like based off of, and this, sorry, it's a little descriptive, maybe TMI, most likely TMI, but yeah, you know, we're adults here. It would have splooshed out.
It would have splooshed.
Like zero containment type of situation. You know.
Tremendous. I think it's your week for Savage of the Week.
No, we discussed this.
What?
The Marshall and the Fender.
Oh, Dr. Evil has our Savage of the Week. You got it next week, Ty. Officially, you got one more week to think about it.
Excellent.
Dr. Evil, take it away.
The Savage of the Week would be none other than Chris's guitar amp and my bass amp for not shitting out on us mid-show.
Big
which
time.
They very well could have and have in the past.
It's almost time. Hey, guys, we really need you to go listen to Forgiving Tree because, fuck, we need to replace the equipment so bad soon.
All 3 bassists of the evening used my bass amp, and it is, like...
on its way out.
Sketchy.
It's the sketchy amp.
It is
so,
a sketchy
thank
amp.
you for working for all the bands that we represented last evening.
Thank you for the Marshall for not having an input issue.
Yeah, and
it really counted.
It technically survived the show. I'm convinced that one of these shows, it's going to be its last show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it will shit out during the show. I will have a problem.
I did lose a pedal, but that's not my amp.
Stuff happens. Yeah, you know, when you're in a rock band. When you're in a hard rock band, you're hard on shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of how things is.
Yeah, I get it. But, you know, so like what are what are the symptoms? I've never dealt with a blown amp before. You know, an amp that's going down, an amp that has dementia. Like, how do you fix this amp?
You have your more covert signs. Like Chris's amp started out kind of like, is it a cable thing? Is it an input thing? And then the washer fell out, and then it was very much evident.
I've gone through.
He's had one that caught
3.
fire.
With guitar amps too, especially like I have a half stack where there's a head unit that's up kind of high, and that's where you plug in. If you step on that cable and you put pressure on it, you can break your input jack on the fucking amp. And I've done that 2 times, and I've replaced it twice. I have one. I think I'm on my last backup, and they stopped making the part for it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
I also go through washers on that bitch like a motherfucker, because sometimes, and these replacement parts I have were actually pretty fucking sturdy. They hold up pretty well, but they'll destroy the washer instead, like 3 times out of 4. So
Interesting. Okay.
and it's so dumb. There's these little plastic washers that strip, not washers, nuts. You know what I mean? These little plastic nuts that strip out like a motherfucker, and. Tell you what, I'm changing brands on my amp next time I get one, but because of it, because fuck that shit. Anyways.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've lit stuff on fire before. You've wrecked motherboard.
Oh yeah, and the older the amp, you know, the more problems you're gonna have just with like old tubes and old parts
Stuff
going
overheats,
out.
stuff getting
The older it
hot.
is, the more it overheats too, and I have definitely caught an amp on fire just from just playing it for a little bit, you know
I think
what I mean?
what the Fender was doing, if I remember correctly, it had like a loose wire and was like giving just this crazy feedback noise that you could not hear any sound over, which would have been awful if it happened, because even though we gave out earplugs, shout out, somebody would have still lost their hearing if that had happened.
So then, when you decide to retire these amps officially, are you like gonna take it out into the woods and play it one last song and let it just burn itself out, or are you gonna like do something special, or you just gonna let it, you know, sit there? Like, what
It becomes more of a leisure amp at that point than a show
it becomes
amp.
a backup amp, you know what I mean?
It's there for emergencies, it's there for practice, but it's not.
Or you do what every other musician does and sell it as lightly used.
Fair. It's
shout out to Craigslist. Yeah, that was our Savage of the Week.
Savage of the Week.
Show from being bad.
Good Forgiving Tree show again. Everybody, hey, if you made it this far, please go check out Forgiving Tree on all streaming platforms. We got our album coming out at the end of the month on January 27th. Getting super excited. Ty got all the album art almost done. We should have it sent off by Wednesday or Friday. Sometime between Wednesday and Friday this week. It'll be sent off and done. You know, so we're all excited for that prospect. Can't wait. Can't wait for you to be back in the States either, man.
I can't wait.
Good luck in France. I know you're on the all meat diet, but if you can have a little bit of cheese in there too. France is really good on that cheese, bro. You need to go to the fromagerie.
Dude, I'm about to go to Switzerland. I'm gonna get some Swiss cheese. Like I'm gonna go and get the holy stuff straight from the source. You know.
Okay, well if you're having Swiss cheese while you're in France, do me a favor. Try to find some authentic French fromage dauphinois. Okay, and I know that's a weird
fromage dauphinois.
Bro,
potatoes au cotton.
You like brie at all?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like brie, but 3 times creamier and just fucking amazing, dude. I'm gonna send you the actual name since it's a weird one, right? But DAFFON.
Yes, something like that.
DAFFON.
DAFFINOIS.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'll text it to you though, but it's stupid. And like it's good over here in the States, but like if you could get it over there, I think you'd fucking die, you know, die for it, you know, in a good way. So that's my little remarks. I hope you have a great time in France. You're about to go to Switzerland. Be safe on your travels. I'm going to let you go because I know you got a busy day, okay?
Yep. All righty. Thanks, man.
I love you. Love you guys for listening. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great rest of your week. A happy new year. And tune in next week because we'll be back, bitches. Man, love and respect.